Hi, my name is Rachel and I am a Ascension Alignment Guide. This video is about what is informing your ever-present now. So we always hear, and there's all these books and everyone talks about being present in the now and letting go of the past. Easier said than done, right? I know from extensive experience that I have subconsciously on a spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical levels and layers held on to stories of the past. But why is that? Why do we hold on to stories of the past? What happens is we're creator beings, right? We totally are. We're absolute co-creators. Source exists within us. That's what animates you. That's what gives you life. That's why you can live and breathe, and how you exist on this planet is because you are life. You are the life. You are the light. You are that. So there have been, whether you believe it or not, experiences in your lives, plural, that have locked into your spirit. So your spirit is that aspect of self that carries the encodements and conclusions of what life is. And now you may have experienced life only on this planet. You may have experienced yourself life only as a human. Or, and most likely, and what I've seen a lot of in my years, is you may have experienced yourself as a plant, an animal on this planet and off this planet. Yes, I do work with you and your lives that have been off this planet. I also work with you on your genetic lineage and through your DNA. So there's encodements from your DNA. There's your encodements from other lives, which can be on or off this planet, in your past, in your future, or in a parallel reality. Remember, the veils are very thin, and everything that hasn't been aligned back to its original state of perfection with source is showing up. It's all coming up. It can be subtle and it can be a fucking slap in the face. I'm sorry, but holy dooly, it has been. So the ever-present now is informed by these other experiences that you've had of life, where you've made conclusions on what life is and thus created your own programs. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are not a victim of the universe, and you are not at the mercy of anything. You are a creator, and everything that you've experienced, this can be really hard to accept and embrace and move forward with, because there's some really fucking traumatic experiences in life, right? Especially on this planet. And I know, because I've experienced a lot of them. I've had to overcome a lot of really deep, full-on trauma in this life, not just past lives. But there's circumstances where we've locked in conclusions that carry on throughout our lives, and they continue and continue. And that's what we are experiencing now, as the veils are so thin in the ever-present now. So the ever-present now is informed by past, future parallels and your DNA. It's also informed by your upbringing, your childhood, your family, your community, and then by the global community. We have all these fields upon fields that are affecting our field. That's why it's so hard for empaths at the minute, because the veils are so thin, it's hard to find your grounding and your feet, which is why it's so important to ground into your Earth Star chakra, to be present in the here and now, and to bring all of that up into your heart and come to a state of compassion, alignment with source, with prime creation, and allow that healing to take place on a very profound level, on a very deep, at the very source and its creation point. So all of this, it sounds like a lot. All of this can be done in the spiritual alchemy sessions that I offer, where we visit the lives, we visit the imprints, we visit the encodements. I call it a source code rewrite. We do a session, we go through and we find these source codes that you've written, because you are the writer of your reality that you've written, and then we uncover that, and we uncover what you wrote, and then we create a new conclusion of alignment. So you don't come in with your mind, you don't come in with your thoughts in these ones. We go straight to source. And we go, okay, so then you allow that expression of source to come back into that expression of prime creation energy, of pure creator energy, and we allow that to heal and repair everything. So that's what I wanted to talk about, what we do and how in a session, and how the ever-present now is impacted and informed multidimensionally. Now, emotionally, we have our ever-present now is informed by our emotional body as well. And these emotions get locked in and stored into the physical body. So our present experience and our ever-present now is also informed by our physical body, and the way the physical body is or isn't allowing those emotions, energy in motion, to flow through the physical field, right? The physical experience. Then you have your mental body. So you have these thought forms that are locked in, these very strong, hardwired synapses that just stay there, and they're fully locked into your mind, and that conclusion about what life is and what life isn't, and what you can and can't have, and what you do and don't deserve. And so we're actually, if you've got a project and a creation that you want to achieve, and you just keep coming up against a wall, like this wall is just like smashing you in the face, and you're like, what the fuck? And you've done all these sessions and you've figured it out. Remember, you're an emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental bodies, right? So it's on all the layers. And then you've got the source of creation, the creation point where you created that reality for yourself, where you created this almost like a loop, that you just keep visiting and visiting. And you can't untie a knot on a string or rope over here, like here, when the knot's like right at the beginning where you first tied it, and it's locked in. You need to go back to the source and untie that knot right where it was created, where the knot exists on the line, so that you can have that pure alignment. So if you have any questions, these are just my first videos. I'm really not that great and confident with putting up videos, but I have had inspiration for a very long time to do so. So please ask questions. I can answer all your questions in the comments below. Reach out one-on-one. I will have a website soon, but I do have email. So reach out if you're interested in knowing more or working one-on-one with me, and there will be more to come. Lots of love.